Hello, welcome to your second trimester yoga flow, and I am so excited to teach this to you. I feel like second trimester is probably one of my favorites. It's that time where you feel like you might get a little bit more energy back. You're ready to maybe incorporate some movement, and movement is so important in pregnancy. It's going to help get that baby into the proper position, and it's going to make labor and delivery a lot easier for you as well as pregnancy. Prenatal yoga is perfect for that. So today's class is going to move a little bit faster, bringing that heat back into your body, bringing that endurance and stability, allowing you to strengthen your body to support it as your belly grows. So let's come to a seated position. All you're going to need for props today are probably a set of yoga blocks, and if you don't have them, you could use a stool or a chair. And we're just going to take a few moments to allow ourselves to calm and settle into this space before we get moving. So if you want, you can close your eyes or just soften your gaze by looking down at the floor in front of you. And allow yourself to get those wiggles out. Any movement you need to get out before you arrive into this space. Notice all those pressure points connected to your mat, weighing down. And then feel an energy run up your spine through the crown of your head. And just take a moment to notice how you feel today. There's no good or bad. There's no right or wrong answer here. Just acknowledge where you're at in this space, in this time. Or maybe it feels like there's something underneath the surface just waiting to be explored. Now let's begin to deepen our breath, finding a count for 4 or 6 on your inhale, and then 4 or 6 on your exhale. Just make them the same. Inhale, expand. Exhale, release. I inhale calmness and serenity, and I exhale tension and anxiety. Inhale calmness. Exhale tension. And feel yourself beginning to relax. Relaxing your forehead, eyebrows, cheeks and lips. Relaxing your jaw and shoulders, belly and hips. And take one more deep inhale. And as you exhale, let go of any remaining tension. Let go of any thoughts, feelings, or emotions that aren't serving you right now in this moment. And take your hands to belly, and maybe you take a moment to set an intention with your baby in your practice today. And this could be something that you both maybe need right now in this moment, or maybe in that birthing space. Whenever you have that intention, state it to yourself as though you've already achieved it. Allow your palms to fall down into your lap. Tuck your chin down to your chest. Inhale, chin to the ceiling, reaching through your bottom jaw. Exhale, chin to the chest. Taking the palms on top of the thighs, we're going to begin torso circles. So you inhale, your chest comes forward, shoulders come to one side. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin, and come to the opposite side. Opposite direction. Good. Come to center. Inhale. Let's reach the arms up tall. Exhale. Right arm's going to go sit down beside you. If you need to place it on a yoga block, you can. Left arm reaches up and over. Left shoulder is peeling back. Breathe into the left side. Inhale. Arms come back overhead. Exhale to the left side. Breathe into the right side. Inhale. Come up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. Exhale. Right hand is going to come behind you. Left hand's going to go to the left knee. Deep inhale. Exhale. Use your chest. Twist over to the right. So we're really focusing on our chest as we twist here. Nothing wrong with an open twist. Very healthy and very supportive for our spine during pregnancy, which takes a lot of the weight, right? Literally. So we want to keep our spine mobile and happy. Inhale, let's bring our arms back overhead. Exhale, left arm goes behind you, right hand goes to your right knee. Deep inhale, grow tall. Exhale to the left. We just don't want to have a twist too much in the belly. So we're focusing on the chest. And if we closed our right hand off over to the left side here, that is what we would want to avoid in pregnancy. But as long as we have an open twist, we are perfectly safe. And release back to center. All right, let's go ahead and come to our hands and our knees. Tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Take those palms a little closer together. Inhale, right arm's going to go to the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to thread the right shoulder down to the mat. Right ear comes down. Inhale, come back up all the way. Right hand goes to the ceiling. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, come up. And exhale, thread. Good. Let's hold here for a moment. Left hand can stay in the mat right by your face or extend it to the top of the mat. Left hand goes back into the mat. Press yourself up. Give yourself a little wiggle here. Maybe round and roll. Palms come closer together. Inhale, left arm comes to the ceiling. Exhale, left arm threads through. Left shoulder, left ear come down. Inhale, back up. Find length. Exhale, thread. One more time. And thread it through. Hold here. Finding whichever variation with that right hand that feels good on this side. Doesn't need to be the same. With your next inhale, press the right hand into the mat. Push yourself up. Wiggle it out. Maybe do a couple cat-cows here. Focus on your chest again as you round. Inhale as you lift the chest. Exhale as you round the shoulders. Hug baby in with the belly. Come to neutral. We're going to have the wrists under the shoulders and then tuck the toes. Hips are going to go to the ceiling as the chest comes to the thighs and down dog. Now I really want you to tune into what your body needs here. So maybe you want to shake your head yes or no, or maybe you want to pedal the feet out, or maybe your body's just asking for stillness. So just take a moment, check in, honor whatever it is. Gaze is going between the legs here, really pressing those palms away. Press both heels down to the mat and then slowly walk the hands back to the feet. Feet are going to be about as wide as the hips or a little bit wider. Inhale, hands come to shins, flat back, find length. Exhale, release down, bend the knees, let the head release. Inhale, find length. Exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale, good. Grab onto those opposite elbows. Let your head rock from one hip to the next. Maybe you bend your knee as you rock into that hip. Come to center. Take a generous bend in your knees and roll up one vertebrae at a time. When you get up, step to the top of the mat. The feet are underneath the hips. We have just a light sway in the lower spine so you're not sticking the butt back too far. Try to imagine that tailbone pointed down towards the ground, but we also don't want to be pressing the hips forward too far also, which is common because we're kind of making up for the weight of the belly, especially as we get later in pregnancy. So glutes are loose. Lower spine has a natural curve. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, right arm's gonna go forward, left arm goes back. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, switch. Right arm goes back, left arm goes forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. And exhale, open. Inhale. And then exhale, we're gonna sit the hips down into chair pose. So the toes are light. Weights in the heels, again, just that natural curve in the lower spine. Now press through the heels. Let's stand all the way up. Arms are going to come down. And exhale, sink back into chair. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, sink. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sink here. We're going to hold the chair, but we're going to keep the arms. Inhale, arms come back. Exhale, reach them up. Inhale. You're doing awesome. You got this. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, arms reach up. Stand all the way up. Hands come to heart center. Let's keep the right foot forward. We're going to take a giant step back with the left foot. We're bending into the front knee, but hips are square to the front of the mat. Squeezing this left glute to help protect and stabilize you. Take a deep inhale as we reach the arms up overhead. And then exhale as you sink down into that front leg. We're going to press the front foot into the mat. And then right arm is going to go underneath the belly. Left arm is going to reach up and over, hinging over to the right. Now it's really important to tune into the breath here. This breath is going to do what it's supposed to do, so it's probably going to increase, but if you notice that you're holding or clenching, remind yourself to breathe. Deep inhale, long exhale. Great time to check in with that internal dialogue. This is going to be really telling on how your body's going to respond to being uncomfortable in labor. Inhale, come up. Good job. Let's turn the back foot off to the side, and then we're going to straighten the front leg. Toe heel that back foot in just slightly. So the front right foot is pointed towards the front of the mat. Left foot is turned off to the side. Arms are going to come to a T. Take a deep inhale. Let's reach forward as far as you can. And then exhale, we'll take the right hand down to the shin, the ankle. Maybe if you have that yoga block, you can place that on the outside of the right ankle. And then left arm's going to go to the ceiling. Just make sure you don't place your hand on your knee. We don't want our knee to be sporting all of our weight. And then your gaze can go wherever feels best on your neck. But I want you to imagine that you're reaching up more than your hand down here is supporting you down. On your next inhale, let's come all the way back up. We're going to flip the front palm to the ceiling and come into reverse triangle. So the right arm reaches up and over, left hand goes to your left thigh. Exhale, release back. Now let's go ahead and turn the toes so that they're turned out and heels are in, just slightly wider than your hips. We're going to take a deep inhale. Arms will reach up, and then as we exhale, we're gonna sink into goddess. The elbows bend, pressing the arms wide, and then the knees are tracking over the second toe, so they're pressing open. Inhale, let's power back up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, press through the feet, stand up tall. Exhale, sink. How much further down can you go? As we inhale up, we're strengthening the inner thighs, we're strengthening the pelvic floor. And then as we lower down, we're stretching through the inner thighs, stretching the pelvic floor. And then if you hold here, we're gonna stabilize. Palms are gonna come together. Let's pause for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Stand all the way up. Let's take those feet into hip distance, and then we're going to take the palms to the belly. Do some pelvic circles here. Just really allowing your mind and body to settle. Reconnect to the breath. So like I mentioned, our breath already knows what to do. Our breath is going to guide us through labor. It's going to do what it's supposed to do as you push the baby out, as long as you use your breath and you trust that your breath knows what to do. And just as our breath knows what to do, our bodies does too. We don't need to learn how to push our baby out. Let's switch directions here. We don't need to teach our body how to deliver your baby. Our body already knows how to do that, just like it knows how to breathe, just like it knows how to cough or sneeze. So when it comes down to it comes down to trusting yourself, trusting your body, trusting your breath. And all of those contractions, all of that pain that is building through labor, that's your body producing that. That is your own body. It would never give you anything that you couldn't handle. So keep that in mind as you go through labor. All right, so this time we're gonna turn to the back of the mat. So left foot is gonna go forward. We're gonna take a giant step back with the right foot and then square the hips off, bend into the front knee. We're high on that back heel, but you're pressing that heel back. Now, if this is hurting your lower back, you could try bending that back knee, making this a little bit less of a curve in the spine. Inhale, let's reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, sink into the left leg, press the left foot into the mat, squeeze the right glute. Left hand is going to go underneath the belly, deep inhale. Exhale, hinge over to the left. Breathe. And just notice the strength that your body has, the strength that your body is doing to support you and your baby every day. Deep inhale, long exhale. Inhale, come to center. Let's turn the back foot off to the side. Open the arms to a T, straighten the front leg, and then let's toe heel that back foot in, the right foot just a little bit closer. Now, if you have your yoga block and you want to use that, go ahead and grab that and place it on the outside of your left foot. Otherwise, take a deep inhale, reach that left arm. Exhale, left hand goes to your left leg or to the yoga block. Right arm goes to the ceiling. And gaze wherever feels the best. On your next inhale, come all the way back up. Let's flip the left hand to the ceiling, reach it up, reverse triangle, take a deep breath into the left side. Exhale back. Good. Now let's toe heel the foot again a little closer. Toes are out, heels are in. Reach those arms up overhead. This time palms come to touch. Exhale, sink down into goddess. So we're checking in here. Knees are pressing open. Let's tug the heels in slightly, but don't move them. We're just tugging them in, activating the inner thighs. Let's take the palms behind the head, elbows out wide, deep inhale. Exhale, right hand comes towards the right knee. Inhale to center, exhale to the left. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale to center, exhale, release the hands down to the inner thighs. Deep inhale, exhale, right shoulder is coming to the center. You can look over your left shoulder. Inhale to center, exhale, left shoulder comes in. Look over the right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come to center, stand all the way up. Let's take the feet a little closer now. Hip distance, toes are turned out, heels are in. Inhale, reach the arms up, palms to touch. Exhale, we're gonna sink all the way down to the ground here. So we're coming to a deep Malasana Scot. I like to take the palms down, bring in some movement here first. And then when you're ready, grabbing onto a yoga block or 2 yoga blocks, or you could use pillows or a stool even here if you have a stool that you could sit on, or even a birthing ball. And then we'll take the elbows to the inside of the knees, palms come together, grow tall. Now, if the heels can't get down and you're using a prop and it's just not supporting you enough, you can try to roll up a blanket or a towel and even your yoga mat and place it underneath your heels for some support. Now, this is a pelvic floor stretch, but it's a very deep squat. So I want you to notice if there's any tension within the pelvic region, and if so, if you're clenching or holding on, try to release that. Into the second trimester and the third, we really want to focus on learning how to release and let go through the pelvic floor, because that pelvic floor needs to get out of the way when our uterus contracts and presses our baby out. So having a pelvic floor that we know how to stretch, we know how to relax, is going to be very helpful in birthing your baby. All right, let's take the palms down. We're going to lift the hips up, remove your block, and then come down to hands and knees. All right, so tabletop position again, shoulders over the wrists and hips over the knees. We're going to inhale, extend the right arm straight out, and if you can, extend the left leg out. Now, let's check in with the lower back. That tailbone, again, is pressing down towards the ground. We don't have a huge dip in the lower back. We want to have a nice, long, strong back. Gaze is down at the mat. Exhale, release down. Inhale, left arm, maybe the right leg. We're pressing through that right heel. Doesn't matter how high that right leg gets. I want you to think about lengthening more than lifting. Exhale, release down. Inhale, switch. Exhale, lower. Inhale, switch. Exhale, lower. One more time, each side. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. From here, we're going to turn the right foot off to an angle, extend the left leg, and then the left arm is going to come up overhead. So we're in this modified side plank. So we're really reaching that left arm, feeling this energy from the fingertips all the way down to the outer edge of your left foot. Now, if you want to take a yoga block underneath that right hand, just to lift the ground up a little bit, you can do that. With the next inhale, we're going to reach the arms up. Left hand's going to go to the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over. Exhale, release down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale. And then we're going to stay up. Just release that right hand down. And then we're going to take the hands down onto the ground in front of us. If you want, you can grab onto those yoga blocks and place your hand on your yoga blocks here. And then we'll bring a little adduction rock here. So inhale, rocking forward. Exhale, releasing the hips back. Really releasing into the inner thigh. And maybe it feels good. You could even come down onto your forearms here. On your next inhale, slowly press yourself up. Let's take the left foot in, and then we're going to turn to the back of the mat again. Tabletop position. We're going to work our core one more time. Inhale, extend the right arm. Maybe the left leg comes out. On the exhale, we're going to take the right arm right alongside the body. The left knee is going to come in towards the belly. Inhale, extend back out. Exhale, release down. Inhale, switch, left arm, right leg. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, release down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and release. Switch. And release down. This time the left foot's going to go at an angle. Extend the right leg straight. Right arm reaches towards the ceiling. Taking that right arm overhead all the way from the fingertips to the outer edge of the right foot. On your inhale, come all the way up. Right hand goes to the right leg, above or below that knee. Left arm reaches up and over. Exhale, release down. Inhale up. Exhale, come down. Last time. Reach the left arm up and over, and then exhale, just release that left hand down. Taking the hands to the blocks or down on the ground in front of you, you can begin to rock forward and back. Maybe you come down onto your forearms here. On your next inhale, slowly press yourself up. Let's take the right knee in to meet the left, and then we're just going to come onto our bottoms. Take the hands behind you, feet as wide as the yoga mat, and then let your knees windshield wiper from side to side, just releasing any tension we may be built up in the hips here. Before we take a moment just to rest. You worked really hard in your practice today, so you deserve just a few moments of peace. So you can come to a seated position if that feels good. You can come lay down onto your left side, place a pillow underneath your head, in between your legs maybe, whichever option feels best for you today. And when you settle into the space, just take a moment to close off your eyes. And I want you to think of that intention that you and your baby set at the beginning of your practice today. I want you to think of all the ways that you brought it in throughout your practice. Maybe sometimes you were being intentional and other times you didn't even realize it. And then take a moment to state that intention to yourself one more time as though you've already achieved it. Take a deep inhale in. I breathe in calmness and serenity. And exhale. I release tension and anxiety. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Feel free to stay in this space as long as you would like. But just take a moment to be proud of yourself for showing up on your mat today, for giving your body movement, for giving your baby some extra attention and love. Thank you for joining me today.